Hi, Hanny here. I'm so excited to finally bring you another garden video. It's been a very long time, and I wish that I could have gotten out more garden videos this season. I've had a lot of health problems. I'm gonna be okay, but I've just had a lot of stuff to deal with and needed to take time to heal and put some things on the back burners that didn't necessarily have to get done. So unfortunately, making garden videos was one of those things, but I've still tried to get out in the garden and take care of it and plant stuff. It's great for my mental health too. And I have captured some video every couple weeks, and so I'm going to compile that in this video and let you see kind of the development of things from about late April through early June. So you're going to get to see my front gardens with the raised beds and the in-ground flower beds, my shade garden, which has developed and has some lovely additions to it now, and then a surprise at the end. I'll let you wait and see what that is. So, all right, here you go. Hope you enjoy seeing my garden.
There he is. Dan! 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 There he is. There's the boys. There's the boys. Okay. Bye.
Here's the garden in late April, April 30th, I think. The white flowers are in the chrysanthemum family, I believe, and they look a lot like daisies. I trimmed up all of the perennial shrubs a little bit at this point, so they're looking somewhat cleaner. And here are the raised beds with springtime vegetables. You're about to see the radishes up close. These were daikon radishes. The seeds actually came from a bag I found in a thrift store, just labeled with a permanent marker, daikon. So it was pretty awesome that they germinated so well. And they taste great. I went ahead and pickled most of them so that they'll keep in the fridge for a while. These are carrots. They took a long time to germinate, but did, and you'll see later in the video a great carrot crop. So these are, I can't remember, it's either tatsui greens or bok choy. I think bok choy. The bok choy grew fast, and I got many harvests off of it. It's really tasty, kind of like spinach, but not as soft. This was real spinach, which I didn't care for that much actually, so I probably won't grow it again. It also takes a long time to grow, for me at least. This is the shade garden on the end of the house that I've continually been working on to make it a prettier, fill it in. So the hostas had come up at this point. The hellebores were done blooming, but still have great foliage. A few Johnny jump ups in their pots. we moved to May. This was the beginning to middle of May. You can see there I added a small bed with the bricks in the front and planted potatoes. They were doing successfully, and then you'll see at the end of the video they pretty much died because some sort of animal ate the potatoes. Unfortunately, that happens. This was a lettuce mix, which I don't love to eat lettuce, but I just think it is beautiful to look at, especially those reddish colored ones. The lavender came back from last year after the freezes. There's kohlrabi in that center bed. Here you can see that the beets have gotten a little bit bigger. I had red beets and golden beets. I love the greens and the root. And then there's arugula on the other end of that bed. The plant in the middle with the balls, that's called allium, and it's related to garlic, but just an ornamental type. And they were really cool. I hope that they will spread next year. You can also see that the sage plant in the middle is blooming and had some really awesome purple spikes. Oh, these are wild violets. They grow everywhere. Okay, this is that cinder block bed, sort of behind the house where the dog area is. And I've got onions on the right there and some garlic on the left. I added a path in the middle so that I could work a little bit easier in that bed. More onions. The irises did not do that well this year, sadly. These were some of the only ones to bloom, which were beautiful, but last year we had purple ones, pink, as well as these whitish ones. So I don't know if it was a cold snap or what, but they just didn't do very well. Okay, this is May 15th, I believe. And all of those daisy-like flowers have come back from last year and are actually blooming this year, whereas last year they were just like green plants. And those got started from seed last year. So I loved these a lot, but in the coming weeks we had some rainstorms, and these tall, flowery plants just kept falling down and, in my opinion, looked really bad. So I actually chopped them all down, which, I mean, it's just you have to choose between pretty flowers that are flopped down on the ground or no flowers with a cleaner look. So in the raised beds, I've got kale, kohlrabi, mustard greens, turnips, carrots, Swiss chard, lettuces, Chinese cabbage, I probably forgot some, but we had a lot of great greens this year. Ooh, look at those alliums and sage, my favorite. Okay, this side of the house, well, it's the front of the house. I've got some different shrubs here. This is clematis that came from my husband's parents' house, and it will be purple, we hope. My blueberry plant is putting on blueberries. Got some raspberry plants along there as well. Lemon balm in the pot. See how that one plant is falling over on the right? They were all doing that, and I just didn't like the look of it, so I chopped them down. Sad. Okay, this is showing the onions quite a bit bigger. Well, they take a long time to get started, but once they get going, they do well. And these are leeks that take a long time to grow. My tiny tomatoes. I've got a variety of different kinds that I can't remember at the moment, but I started those from seed way back in the winter. I'll update you on the types of tomatoes as we progress into summer. Okay, that's a yellow Spanish onion, and that is a red Creole onion. Okay, now this is June 8th, I think. So just this week. Of course, there's like a month between filming, so you've missed some things like big harvests and periods where I was putting in more seeds and stuff. But this is what it looks like currently. My rosemary looks awesome. I had to buy more because it died last year in that deep freeze. I planted calendula along the edge there, added some bricks. I've got pole beans and cucumbers and stuff along this trellis. Many of the spring greens are flowering, which I'm letting them do that because they're kind of pretty and I might be able to get seeds out of it. These are my beets, which I just harvested and got like a small bucket out of that. So that's pretty cool. These are the carrots. I also just harvested that and got a small bucket as well. So awesome. And I went ahead and chopped those up and froze them. These are squashes, which I've got peppered around in the raised beds. A lot of different flowers have started blooming now, wildflower types. And the beans you can see on that trellis back there, more pole beans have been really cool. There's some bee balm in the back, as well as cat mint, I think. I might have that name incorrect, but oh gosh, there's so many things in here that I can't remember the names for. Verbena, that purple thing creeping on the ground. Yeah, the beans look amazing. That is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. And you might not be able to tell, but I have added some shrubs and perennials in those beds as well, which will hopefully fill out in the coming years. So this is the shade garden updated. We've got a table now and this cute little wishing well. It's not a real well, obviously, but I think it's kind of cool. I may stain it so that it blends in with the bricks better and looks older. I've added some perennials in here, which were gifted to me by my grandma and great aunt. Got some elephant ears in there too. And that's my house plant that I brought out for the summer. Hoping to sit out here more now that we have a table. Okay, this is the big surprise. We added an in-ground area in front of the barn this year, trying a different location. Matt tilled it up for me. Of course, there's already weeds, but whatever. So there's corn doing very well. We've got marigolds in the front, and this is cotton. I got some cotton seeds from one of my dad's friends in northeast Arkansas. He does like cotton farming, soybean, rice, etc. Those are beans, pole beans. Hoping to do a bit of the twin sisters gardening here. And a bunch of vining squashes and pumpkins. This is watermelon, moon and stars, butternut squash, candy kiss cantaloupe, strawberry crown, which is kind of a like grayish pumpkin, muskmelon, kind of like cantaloupe, sugar pie pumpkin, acorn squash, and delicata squash. This is the driveway, which I had like a great vision for these beautiful beds along the side of it, but it's just not panning out because even though I put down cardboard and mulch and everything, the weeds are taking it over and I cannot keep up. So I don't know if I will continue to do this unless we can come up with a better way to keep the weeds down. Well, that's it, folks, for now. It's the beginning, middle of June at this point, so I hope to bring you more garden video updates and perhaps also show you some of my harvesting and processing because I kind of think that's interesting as well as just the clips of the garden itself. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.